Hi everybody, I'm Sheila. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm so excited. I have been watching YouTube videos about Jill's journal tag, so I wanted to get in on the action, that kind of thing. So I currently, we'll start with the first question. How many journals do you currently have? I currently have 17 journals. Almost fell. 14 of them are my personal journals. I have 2 book journals where when I read a book, I write it down. And then I have a movie ticket journal. Just a moleskin, that kind of thing. So, not important right now. So we'll go over the current journals. Let's see. Next question is, what does your current journal look like? It's a craft 5x7 from Barnes and Noble. Just the plain, that kind of thing. It just has journal on the front. I have several of these. I've completed 3 of them so far, and they hold up well together, and I really like them because they're uniform. They stack nicely. I have a tote that I put all my journals in, that kind of thing. So I mean, they're nice to work with, that kind of thing. So yeah. How many pages do I have left? I have 116 pages. 116 pages. It looks like this. I just started it the beginning of July 2014. So I mean, pretty much done. And I am anal. The first thing that I ever do when I open up a new journal, which I love finished journals and I love new journals, is I mark all the page numbers. So this is 120th page until I get done. So I mark every 25, and then when I get down to 10, I do 10 and 5. So just because I get excited when I get to the end, because I'm like, oh, this is done, now I can pick a new one. So yeah. What is my favorite journal that I have? I have 2, and they're journals that my aunt has got me for either my birthday or Christmas. She's very big into butterflies, which doesn't bother me. I love these because they've got little, this one has little gemstone things on it, that kind of thing, and I love the fact that it has the rubber band thing. So when it was in my purse, I could keep it together, that kind of thing, and put my pen on it and that kind of thing. This one, it's just spiral bound, hardcover, and then it's got the pages with the little butterflies on it, which I love too. So, yeah. And then I have one that she found at like Walgreens or something for like a couple bucks, but I think it's so cute because you push this little button down here and it lights up. So yeah. So when I couldn't think of something to do, I would push the button. So, how long have I been journaling? I've been journaling since December 31st of 2009. So that's the end of this year is going to be 5 years, I think. I'm a writer. I'm not good at math. So, the first, couple years, I would write some, I wouldn't write for a while, and then I would start back up, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I've been pretty consistent over the last year or so, but, I mean, there's still gaps. Something happened where I didn't feel like writing, or I was at school and I'm sick of writing all my papers that I just didn't want to write. So, this is my first journal, diary, whatever. Just a school notebook thing that we had laying around the house. So, and I'm anal. I don't know if you guys can see. I have sticky things where it says the dates like I started December 31st of 2009 and it ended July 13th of 2010. And this was my first notebook. So I do that to every one of my notebooks. I mean, every single one. So I keep them in chronological order, that kind of thing. And I did them on all the outside of my journal, like my notebook journal things. But then when I got into my prettier notebooks, I would do them on the inside because I don't want to ruin the prettiness. So, I mean, yeah, so whatever. How do I date my journal entries? I date them by the month and the day. Which day. So this is September 25th, and if I open it up, the year is 2013. So this one I got from my soon-to-be sister-in-law when she went to Wyoming with the family trip. That's the last family vacation that she got me to learn about. So I was happy. Let's see. Show us a glimpse of my handwriting. Oh my gosh. My handwriting has become atrocious when I don't want to write very much. So this is my handwriting now. And this was my handwriting a while ago, like 2010. So I didn't have much going on then because I wasn't working or anything. I was just going to school full time, so I mean I have plenty of time. So do I ever rip out pages of my journal? No, not ever. I've wanted to. Some of the stuff I wanted to like just forget about, but I believe that over the years I went through my first 6 journals, and I went through that, and I made it. I'm still alive. I thought it was gonna kill me then, but I'm still alive. So I like to look back and see how far I've come. Through school, through relationships, the hard times, that kind of thing. Dealing with family stresses, that kind of thing. So, what do I usually write about? I usually write about everything. Favorite topics are school, because I'm going to the University of Southern California for my master's in social work. So I mean, school stuff stresses me out. Classmates stress me out, that kind of thing. But I mean, I do it all online, but still, it's still stressful. And papers and stuff like that. Work / internship, that kind of thing. I like to write about that. I have clients that I see on either a daily, a weekly, or whatever basis. And I also do alcohol prevention classes with like underage consumptions with kids and stuff. And I enjoy doing that, so of course I'll write it down and go, hey, whatever. That kind of thing. I like to write about my dog, Ebony, and my parents. My grandma and my aunts. One of my aunts actually lives across the street. So I like to write about, what I did with that and that kind of thing. I know some people like to, when they write, their daily entries, they have, this is what happened at this time. I don't have time to do that. So this is my planner, my daily planner. Oops, that's that. There you go. Daily planner, that kind of thing. It's a, Jackie, I got it at like a Walmart or something. But during the day, I write down stuff that has happened, and then when I come home, I write it in my journal. So that's what I do. And then in my book journals, I write down the title, the author on the first page, and then I go into what I liked about the book and like pages, that kind of thing. So when I finish it. So and then the movie tickets. My boyfriend thinks I'm weird because I do this, but I don't care because it's me, and you can just, whatever. I save all our movie tickets. And then, talk about, just a little, if I like the movie, if it wasn't great, whatever. Like, November 2nd of 2013, we went to Ender's Game, free ticket. And it was my boyfriend and I thought it was a great movie, but it's based on a book, so that means that I have to read the book too. So that's good to see, what movies he and I went to, or friends and I went to, and whatever, that kind of thing. So he thinks it's weird, whatever. His parents think it's weird too. So let's see. So that's what I usually write about and stuff like that. What inspired me to write in the beginning, when I first started my journal, my mom suggested that I started writing because I was really down. I just broke up with a long-term boyfriend at the time, and I was really down and depressed, that kind of thing. And she's like, well, to get all of that stuff off your mind, start writing. And it's turned into an obsession now. So, and it's something that I love to do. So I want to keep records. She keeps journals too, but it's like stuff with the family, that kind of thing. But these are my thoughts and feelings and rants about people and places, and what I felt like when I was working on the road for a while, or when I go down to Oklahoma to see my boyfriend, that kind of thing. So yeah, so hopefully this was interesting. Sorry if I rambled on, but if you've got any comments for not only my first YouTube video, but or questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask. Do it below. I will tag Jill's thing below. So YouTube videos are a lot of fun. If you can do it, do it. It's fun. So yeah, I'll see you next video. Bye.